Hello viewers, me and team, welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 4 All Leaders Challenge, and we have finally vanquished the Mongolians as a threat in the game, basically banished them to 3 cities, including the one he wanted to give me was essentially swamped in Spanish culture. Unfortunately, it looks like Izzy's plotting war. I or Genghis Khan could be targets. More likely targets are those where she hates. Over here, she hates both, let's see. She hates Victoria, and she's not too keen on the Chinese either, or Stalin for that matter. So any of those are viable targets for her as well. I have some reason to be worried, but there's not a lot I can do. Like if she declares on me, she's going to slow me down enough where I may or may not be able to intercept Pakal. Speaking of Pakal, I need to get a better mapping of his territory. Maybe Genghis Khan can supply me with a map? I should have negotiated for it in peace deal. That was not one of my better moves. He did have optics, or no, he didn't. Never mind. So that might not have been a big deal, regardless. I could be spamming castles. Well, got a couple people declaring on Victoria there, including Pakal. And sure. It's a pretty big lift to me right now. It'll speed him up a little bit, but he's probably going to cut his slider now that he's at war with her. And I'm just not going to make trade deals with her at all. That's fine. So, working up. Did somebody not have this? Yeah, not Victoria. Izzy didn't have scientific method. Probably worth it if I can get education from her. Oh, I can. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're gonna have like Oxford around the time Oxford went in real life, rather than when you're supposed to get it in Civ, which is like by 1000 AD. But okay, we'll pump out Oxford. For philosophical, universities are actually a better deal than observatories. And that is only true for philosophical, so do be mindful of that. Plus I want to get Oxford. I even have stone, so sooner the better. And obviously it's going to go to Athens. In fact, how am I in food surplus? I might want to give some food back to Athens. Yeah, I can afford to give the sugars back over. Someone was asking me about the pop efficiency versus tile efficiency of specialists, and with specialists being more tile efficient and cottages being more pop efficient. And that's, if you look at it in this context, it should be obvious. These cities have to grow really huge, so in terms of population, they're chewing up a ton of population just to run the specs or to get the production or whatever else you're talking about. Whereas with cottages, you're going to sprawl a lot more. You're going to be working a lot more tiles and running out of tiles to provide food rather than running out of cities. In fact, I'll probably want to drop a city here because I can just farm it and it'll be a good city. Yeah. Nope. Still going to abstain to stop trading with China. I actually negotiated some deals with those while I was bored between off screen just to get the appropriate, just to get some happiness and health, She's the only one I'm not trading with. You'll see I'm trading for both rice and spices to help out my caps a little bit. And pretty close to Oxford here. Yeah. Most of my universities are within a few turns. This is going to be a little bit on the brutal side. It's going to be a while until I can flip these tiles over to my side. Maybe I want to whip this and start working on more culture buildings again. It would help if I actually had, like, music or perhaps drama. I can't even run a culture slider. But whatever. Yep. And I have a dominating amount of control in the Apostolic Palace right now. I could conceivably win that way, actually, if I farm the votes correctly. And a profit, huh? Do I really want to run sushi? Could get some extra specialists if I did, But I can also burn a golden age for my civic swaps, which would be also a very big draw. In which case, I could just save the engineer for mining ink, or if I get beaten to it, creative constructions. But we're just going to save these guys for now, while I think about that. Alright, Oxford's finally available. It only took all game. Environmentalism, universal suffrage. That's not a good sign that he's able to convert into environmentalism. That means I'm getting beaten to biology by at least somebody. Oh, actually, it's good. Only China went there. The others did not. That's fortunate. And always keeping an eye on culture. I notice he has another city within range of 100 turns, and his third is probably as well. That jerk's probably running culture even while at war, even being the one who declared. It's ridiculous, but that's how it is. We're gonna have to deal with it. So that means at least something like Marines, and if he doesn't have any coastal cities, it might have to get a little bit more creative. Alright, so we have biology.
It is not the strongest of the species that survive.
Probably gonna want liberalism.
Responsive to change.
Actually, we're gonna want mono. Maybe even theology. Yeah, because we'll get Izzy to friendly. Liberalism. Do I want to go to democracy before? No, I don't think so. We'll go corporation and railroad. It'll take a little longer, but so what?
Not at all similar are the race of the immortal
And how am I doing on religion spread? Completely Buddhist. Can get out of bureaucracy. China won't like it.
I am the Lord thy God. Thou
Man,
shalt
the world
have no
just
other
sucks
gods
right now.
before me.
Everyone's just fighting. What can you do? Odeon, yeah, we'll throw in some buildings like that. They'll help me out now. Notice my research has gone up quite a bit. It's still not competitive with what it could be right now, but
two cities have been formed by two loves.
pretty hard to
The
argue
earthly
with
by
the
love of self,
1,000 beakers per
the
turn.
heavenly by
Now, if
the
only I
love
can
of
get it
God.
to like 2,000 beakers per turn or more, yeah, then we'd be cooking. Secrets of liberalism were stolen. Really? Who didn't have it? I guess Izzy. Well, okay then. We're actually going to trade biology to you. Yeah, Victoria won't like it, but who cares? What else could I get for this? Not a great deal. We'll do it this way, sure.
Any society that would give up a little
No.
liberty to gain a little security would deserve the world's a stage.
Got a decent amount of stuff there. Fortunately, I did not get instant civic swapped.
One man in
Would've
his
been
time
annoying.
plays many parts.
Keep pumping the slider.
A man does not have himself killed for a half.
Alright, we are going to invest in Hermitage here, as well as, oops, no, Heroic Epic. Yeah, as well as a theater. Yet another engineer. I'm probably well out of the race for any kind of wonder play. So, not going to be rushing any wonders. Just because that... Aw, man, Izzy won't... You know what? We're going to go here first. We'll do it like... Whoops. Yeah, we'll do it like this. And I'll even start the Golden Age right this instant. We'll use the merchants. Or no, we'll use an engineer. That way I can found sushi. That is if it hasn't been founded. Which it is not. No corporation has been founded. So we are going into theocracy. Mercantilism for now. Is that necessary? Yeah, I'm with the largest empire. It won't hurt. We'll get out of vassalage for some happiness. Might as well get out of slavery. I'm not going to be whipping any longer. And we'll do a couple more civic swaps in a moment. Notice the instant benefit. And maybe I can get her to friendly somehow. Could really use a trade from her. University done there. Yeah, we're gonna build the cheap theaters, especially in the cities that are actually struggling with happiness. I do die to get the benefit from the resource right away. Doing pretty well here. Genghis Khan's so useless now. And why is she being so pissy? Oh, I guess I just don't have the +4 trade being fair and forthright. Well, if I get medicine, you know, I might just gift her bio or something, win her favor. Actually, would she be my opponent in UN? Who would be my opponent? Pakal would be my opponent. In fact, he might build it. I wonder if I could farm votes. I do have a pretty significant proportion of the world population here. Oh, yeah, barracks are like super temples for me, so I should build them as well. Is he going there? Not really. I think he's got his slider down. Maybe I should go there. Let's do a quick calculation. Who can I get to vote for me? Probably not the Chinese. Really just Izzy. Would that be enough? Probably not. No, not unless I took somebody else out. Which I wouldn't mind. Like, say, Pakal. Ooh, another scientist. Lumco's going to be out of the question if I get mining ink, though, so we're just going to settle him in the Oxford City. He's worth quite a lot there now. And kind of burned through our golden age potential, certainly. Wealth. Wealth. Kind of out of things to build. So, we'll just go with the obvious. Get a theater, get some culture, some research. There you go. Oh man, it's time to pile on Vicky. It serves her right. She's like she's coded as a backstabber. So, you know, what are you gonna do? It's not like she doesn't deserve it. So then I could trade for democracy, get into emancipation, and be done with worrying about the anger as well. It might be a little counterintuitive to run to be running emancipation with like mass specialists, but you know, I could deal with the unhappiness, so it's not really a big deal.
As to diseases, make a habit of two things.
Another merchant.
Or at least to do no harm.
Might want to save this guy for my effective Wall Street city. Not sure where I would put it. Do I have my wow, I could really just do an Oxford Wall Street combo. I'll do it. I'll do it that way. No, not yet. Wealth. And yeah, we're just going to spam out more buildings constantly. Spanish can be bought now, and we're going to buy them. Aw, you're Kin's worst enemy? Well, there goes any relations I have with China. Fortunately, he has people on his own continents to worry about. So I could probably trade for democracy from her next turn. If not, I'll probably get it from Pakal. And see what else I can get. Yeah, but with her friendly, I don't have to worry about the trade cap with her. Which is perfect. And we can complete the civic swaps.
No free man shall be taken, imprisoned, or in any other way destroyed, except
corporation.
by the lawful judgment of his peers.
And what else? Okay, From Pakal, I will take steam power if he will trade it. Perfect. Get music
You would
too.
make a ship sail
Music
against
be
the
the fruit
winds
of
and
love.
currents by lighting
Isabella,
a bonfire
we'll go with
under her
democracy.
deck? I have no time for such nonsense.
It has been said that
Okay.
democracy is the worst form
Emancipation,
of government, except all
environmentalism.
the others that have been tried.
Yeah, that's fine. Then we're gonna make a serious play for infantry, I think. Corporation, yeah, we'll get rifles. Railroad for mining inc. And pretty much anyone who can build it, I'm just gonna have them switch to levies right now. 'Cause levies are awesome. Uh-oh. Victoria capitulated and is now a vassal state of Stalin.
Compound
Maybe it's time
interest
for me to
is the
invest in
most
heroic
powerful
epic somewhere.
force in the universe.
And just where more appropriate than Sparta, right? We'll actually add this to Sparta as well. And we're just gonna spam muskets, which will be rifles by the time that's completed, probably. Ooh. Can get a double trade because of the friendly tag. Yeah, you know what? No. She didn't have anything meaningful.
Political power
There we go.
grows out of the barrel of a gun.
Now they are rifles. Cool. I'm also a nationhood, so if anything goes really badly, well, there's a way out. How many people have infantry? Not many. Yeah, I have less than 100 turns now. So now the real question, Mutal Lakamba or Chichen Itza? Chichen Itza is coastal! Oh, it sucks to be you, Pakal. So this isn't going to be very hard to intercept. Unless, of course, someone declares on me. No, all warplanes have been cleared, amazingly enough. Let's look at the power graphs. Yeah, well, I can't really see too many people, and I definitely picked something weird here. Well, no, I don't want smooth factor, whatever the heck this is. Anyway, power. No real way of telling who's number one. Probably not Izzy, though. Okay.
Corporation, noun. An ingenious device for obtaining
For
individual
God's sakes, I
profit
really need to get back
without
into the
individual
Apostolic Palace. It's
responsibility.
ridiculous. And someone beat me to sushi? Yep. China did. It's alright. We will go with cereal mills later. Sushi's the one I cared about less. And you can see I'm already taking a lead on some of these AIs after being like pathetically slow in a war and burning half the game on it, basically. If you have the land. If you have the land. Oh, he beat me by a turn. Could have traded for corporation and gotten it. Oh well. I am pretty good on food. Food is not the problem here. Sure. And then what I want to do in Athens is Wall Street. Definitely want to get ready for mining and spam. And consider starting on ironworks as well. Need to get that cracking.
Before that steam drill shall beat me down, I'll die with
I want
my
to max
hammer
out my
in
production.
hand.
Yeah, he's going to be pretty obnoxious to take out, but even so, gonna get an assembly line. We will go combustion after that, see what we can do in terms of our oil, and then industrialism. That's probably good enough, actually. Probably be able to win with that, even if we're a little backwards. Whatever. Okay. Might he trade in his map? What do you want for this? Yeah, there we go. Show me all your territory. Show me everything if you can. Thank you. So these cities are inland, but this one is not. Not too impressive. Wow. Victoria, they got spanked. Losing multiple cities to Russia and also one to the Mayans, who are going culture of all things. China had pretty good land, actually. It's not surprising that he's at least decent in this game, where he is usually terrible. And, yeah, I can't say the same about Russia. Russia's land is so-so. I actually don't understand why Pakal's doing well. Maybe his religion thing? I don't know. Because if you look at it, he's got a lot of things that are something other than flat grassland, or grassland in general, including his capital. Dry rice. Making marble's alright, and iron's okay, but you don't see iron right away. So basically he was working with dry rice. It's actually one of the crappier starts, and it's a little baffling that he, of all people, is the top competing civ. Although it certainly is slowing down his culture. AI could be pretty close by now if they had good land. So I consider myself fortunate in that regard, although you have to remember when saying that I got lucky that I did spawn next to Genghis Khan, who rolled a war check on me very early in the game. So, you know, it's kind of relative when you're speaking on those terms, certainly. No, I don't think so. I can't trade with you any longer. Could build a stupa right in his eye. You know, why not? We'll do it. It's not like I can't also build stupas everywhere else. Get some extra culture help in an embattled city. Maybe even drop one here, although, wow, that city's really struggling to come up with hammers, unsurprisingly. But yeah, like, at this point, emancipation really doesn't hurt you any longer. Let me give an example. For example, I am not hurting for specialist slots. I could get even more scientists if I needed to, because of Oxford in this city, for example. But I just look at the other slots. I have 3 or 4 merchant slots in every city, at least 1 engineer, a bunch of scientists. You're just going to have plenty of slots in every city. Why are we running this, though? Oh, because I'm emphasizing hammers. Well, whatever. If that's the best you can do for hammers, whatever. But there are slots available in that city that are not citizens. Nope, not canceling deals with Spanish. And we are going to spam out some riflemen. Hehe, railroad. A very good tech for me.
I fooled you. I got pig iron.
No, we are not burning it out on a golden age. We are going to Found Mining Inc. And I'm not sure if I ever built the courthouse in Athens. If I didn't, now would be the time to do it. And because I'm in environmentalism, it'll be a little on the expensive side, but it's really not too bad. Might even be able to pick up a 3rd golden age here. It depends how strong your corporation is too, but if you have a proper setup, you're fine. Although with the big pops, it's going to be a little more costly. Buddhist stupa. Build wealth. You still make like an instant net profit, so don't worry about it. Ah, yes. Because that was formerly Mongolian culture, the Mongol culture is still going to start dominating, even threatening revolts soon. Although I get another border pop in a couple turns in Hittite, which will give me a tremendous bonus on these tiles. Uh-oh, Russia is plotting war, and I am not liked by Russia. He's also annoyed towards Isabella. So, okay, what do I do? If he's plotting towards me, I'm going to want to be defensive pacted with the Spanish. But if he's plotting towards the Spanish, then I want no part of this. I think the rational thing to do here is to prepare for war. Russia will come from my west for certain. He will not sail all the way east across the world. And this is just going to be another nuisance until I can deal with it. So a couple things to do here as a precaution. Start spamming out some machine guns, certainly. We're going to rally troops over to Karakoram, which he might strike up north too. I don't know. I'd say it's reasonable either way, but you know what? We're going to put these old troops, dated troops up here just as an insurance policy so we can't insta-snipe it. We're going to move the Great General into this area and start funneling rifles over there to protect him. And other than that, we're not going to worry about it too much. Now, if he declares on us, we're going to get some seafood pillage, but we can probably buy out. We do have tax on him already, after all. So no issues there. We have biology on him, but pretty soon we'll have other things too. No big deal. Maybe I should DP is the actual. What does DP stand for? Defensive Pact, viewers. Defensive Pact. Let's not get too excited here. You know what? Let's do it. Let's make use of our allies. And if he declares on her and that ends up making me declare on him, oh well. You know, that's life. But I would rather have her dragged into the war if he declares on me. Like, it's the safer overall option. It makes things more manageable. Because her navy will start interfering with his, and he'll be more likely to buy out or accept the buyout with multiple nations at war.
So long as it's black.
You know what? Fine. We'll do it. I can get those resources elsewhere now. Such as my eventual vassal. Trade for some hit musicals, some wine, and some gold. Wine makes me a pro at Linux, I'll tell you what. No, but I can also boost mining ink a little bit. So, nope, apparently not. And now it's just time for spam production. Anybody who's not currently producing a factory will do so. Well, that can go first, but yeah. Factories, and if they're building wealth, I need to cancel it. Bug mod actually makes it a little bit more annoying to cancel wealth building through the F1 screen than otherwise. And that's unfortunate. Here, I'll show it. You know, you go into F1, and if you're not running bug, you can see what things are building right over here. And easily interface to change it. But now, if you go through most stuff, you can't see what you're building at all. The only thing you can do it with is like this. But then you can't, like, once you're here, you can't look at your hammers that you're producing. I guess you can. And it would actually be this, probably, not this one. So there you go, you can. So you have to, like, fight your way through, but now you're missing some data that you have on other screens. So yeah, you have more things available to you in the F1 screen, but you lose the convenience of the default screen for making quick adjustments to your empire overall. But anyway, because we're in environmentalism and we have spamming factories, we should be having some good production soon. And is he already willing to talk? No, he's not. But that should give me my AP hammers. Yay! Not only does it give me AP hammers, though, in the future it will make me capable of self-voting myself resident. And if you look at the members, we have Isabella, who is always going to be a member, but a small member if we trick her into free religion. Even not, though. And really not a lot of other people, but we could bring other people into it by spreading the religion. So we have some interesting possibilities there for certain. But anyway, I have something I got to do, and we have had a decent sized length video here, so I'm going to cut it off here, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Thumbs up if you like the video. The main team signing off.